Hi. I think for both sides of my family, there's this sort of little bit of like thing of like, Ramon's the golden child, and that could not be farther from the truth. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you about a situation, and yeah. So, back when I was 13, there was this girl I was talking to, and she lived in New York, this was after I moved to Texas, and I told her how I felt. I liked her, I had feelings for her, and I told her how I felt, and I think she took maybe a day or two to be like, okay, let me figure out how I feel. Eventually, she came back, and she decided that she also felt the same way. She vocalized to me that she didn't want to date until she was 18. Great. Awesome. That's fine, right? Sorry, thinking back on it, like, what was I thinking? I was 13. Anyway. And I told her, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll wait. What a liar. No, that didn't happen. Anyway, there was this thing she then mentioned that she was kind of wondering, like, would this be a deal breaker or whatever? And I was like, at the time, on the outside, I said, no, it's fine. But internally, it was. Now, I want to say, it made what I did next even worse. I know for some people, it's like, oh, well, you had that deal breaker. I did not communicate to her that I wasn't feeling that I didn't agree with that. I didn't communicate that with her. And even so, what I did next, even if I did communicate with her, would have still made what I did next wrong. Because we were waiting until we were 18. I then dated her friend, her pretty close friend, actually. What a liar. Again, horrible what I did. So at first, she said she was okay with it and that, oh, okay, it's not that big of a deal, it's fine. But internally, she was not rocking with that. And eventually, she did confront me about it and was like, that was wrong, that was so messed up. How could you do that? And I made up some stupid excuse at the time. Basically saying like, oh, I'm prepping or I'm preparing, right? I'm supposed to date in the meantime. That's wrong. That's stupid. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. You're going, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this, Ramon? Why are you even sharing this? For the next 2 relationships that I was in, and I only dated her friend for maybe a month, and then we broke up because it was long distance. It didn't really work. It wasn't working out. So let me say this. I did go back after I made that stupid excuse. I did go back maybe 2-3 months later and apologized to her. And she forgave me. She did. She forgave me. But then I held on to it. I held on to that decision until the end of high school. Couldn't forgive myself. Allowed myself to be cheated on multiple times, over and over again. My message is that feel guilty and then learn to forgive yourself. But do not feel ashamed and make the situation about yourself. Over and over again, it's so easy to tell someone and tell everybody the things that you've been through, the things that have been done to you. Talk about the things that you did, the bad things that you did. Punishing myself wasn't fixing the feeling for her. People, get yourself a group that you can just, learn to be a better person. But you don't need to punish yourself. It's not gonna fix their situation. I broke someone's heart. She liked me a lot, and I liked her a lot too. Clearly not enough. I didn't have enough self-control to not do something stupid. Some people, you brag about that, and it's like, I was a heartbreaker. That's not cool. That's actually really corny and whack, and you're actually a really pathetic loser. If you break people's hearts, you're a really pathetic loser. Feel guilty about situations. Understand that what you did was wrong. And learn to forgive yourself. But don't shame yourself. Don't be like, I'm wrong, because now you're just making it all about you, and that's selfish. Let me say this. If you have piled up on your crimes, yeah, you should definitely ask the question. What's wrong with me? That's a really valid question. The things that you do wrong to people, it's about them. This story isn't about me and, oh, I have integrity because I spoke up about it and I went back and I asked for forgiveness. No, like, this is a story about a girl that was brave, that put herself out there and forgave. What a strong woman she is. She forgave me. And then me, who made a terrible decision. End of story. Period. There doesn't need to be more about me. This is about how great she is and what a horrible thing I did. Period. Feel guilty. Forgive yourself. Don't feel ashamed. And make the situation about yourself.